Applying for your first Chase Business credit card can be quite the intimidating process, especially if you have never completed a business credit card application. And in this video, we're going to dive into my favorite Chase Inc. credit card, being the Business Cash variant, and its new sign-up bonus active at the time of filming this video on the Chase website, as well as some tips and tricks on filling out your first business credit card application to heighten your chances at approval. Before we start talking about the Chase Business Inc. credit card, I just want to ask, if you enjoy content such as this, feel free to like and subscribe, as it directly supports the algorithm and allows me to continue making content such as this. The first reason why new applicants want to add business credit cards such as the Business Cash is because of their lucrative sign-up bonuses. And at the time of filming this video, there is a new variation and welcome offer for new applicants for the Chase Business Inc. Cash. The current standing variation of the Chase Business Inc. Cash offer reads that you receive $350 after you spend $3,000 on purchases within the first 3 months of account opening, and an additional $400 when you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months of opening this business account. This variation of the sign-up bonus allows individuals with a lower area of spend up to 6 months to achieve the $750 sign-up bonus. In the first 3 months, you would receive $350 after $3,000 of spend, and $400 after you reach that $6,000 of spend within the first 6 months. If you do have a high area of spend, then the lucrative $900 offer that does come around from time to time, that just ended last month, can be more appealing to you, but I believe this offer does appeal greatly to the first-time business credit card holder. Sign-up bonuses aside, the multipliers associated with this card, top up to 5%, are amazing for a no annual fee business card, and are some of the main reasons why I added this credit card to my current rotation, as it fills in the gaps that many of my other lucrative credit cards did not cover. With multipliers topping 5% cashback in categories such as phone bill payments, cable, internet, Lyft rides, and office supply stores, this allows you to fill in any gaps that you have in your current credit card setup with a no annual fee business card. Other multipliers include a 2% cashback option at gas and restaurants, as well as a 1% cashback offer for any other associated categories. Now, it is important to note that all of these categories are only on the first $25,000 of yearly spend per calendar year. Before we move on to our next category, I would like to ask, if you are on the open market for a Chase Business Inc. credit card, I will have referral links in the description. Please make sure you are shopping around for the best offer that applies to your life. But if it is the one in the description, please feel free to use, as it directly supports my channel and allows me to continue to make content such as this. One important aspect we need to speak about in regards to Chase business cards is their ability to not affect your 524 status. As we know, 524 is the unspoken rule of Chase that prevents you from achieving any new lines of credit if you have applied for and received 5 credit cards within the last 24 months of credit history. Specifically for your Chase Business Inc. cards, you need to make sure that you are below 524 to apply for them, but they will not directly add to your 524 status, allowing you to continue to add other credit cards to your credit card rotation without affecting your 524 status. Just make sure you are currently not at 524 prior to applying for the Chase Inc. card. There are data points suggesting that people have been accepted well past 524 for specific Chase credit cards, but it is always in your best interest to be below 524 to have the highest chances of being accepted, not only for the Chase business credit cards, but for any Chase products in general. The last principle prior to us diving into the business application process is that the cashback earned on this card is paid to you in the form of Chase Ultimate Reward Points. And as we know, we need a premium card such as the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, or the Chase Sapphire Reserves. And if we have one of these cards, we can pool all of our Chase Ultimate Reward Points together and transfer them out to travel partners to capture a heightened cent per point average per each of our Chase Ultimate Reward Points. Transfer partners such as the World of Hyatt, British Airways, and Marriott Bonvoy are just some of the transfer partners offered to you by Chase, and do allow you to capture a heightened cent per point average, allowing you to get that lucrative $750 sign-up bonus and capture upwards of $1,500 to $2,000 in travel, either in flight or hotel stays. Now that we understand the benefits of the Chase Business Inc. credit card, specifically for my favorite business card being the Chase Business Cash Card, we're now going to dive into the specifics of a credit card application for a business credit card. And there are quite a few differences that I would like to outline to assist you in increasing your chances of achieving approval for your first business credit card. As you see on the screen with the screen grab of the actual application process, the first half of a business credit card application is similar to that of a conventional credit card application, where it asks you general information such as your first name, your last name, your mother's maiden name, your social security number, where you reside, your address, and the email address, as well as total gross annual income. We are going to then move down to the business info because this is where the difference begins. And the first part is the structure of a business. It gives you a drop-down option of things such as a corporation, an LLC, nonprofits, and partnerships. If you do have any of these specific types of businesses, you can fill out the rest of the application with that info. But what the key prime example of why these business cards are so sought after is because they allow you to apply as a sole proprietorship, meaning that you are working for yourself and getting paid via a 1099. Some examples include things such as being an Uber driver, photography, if you are a photographer on the side who does portraits for a side income, that is viable to obtain a business credit card. Things such as eBay and e-commerce. As you see on my personal Business Inc. credit card, I have mine for eBay. And that is because I am a secondary eBay seller and I've been doing it for over 11 years. That is how I was personally approved. So I am allowed to apply with a secondary source of income. Other examples include things such as tutoring, social media. Social media is a big one. If you have a Twitter page, an Instagram page, a Facebook page that is currently educating income, this is something that you can utilize. The next benefit that Chase credit cards allow you is instead of applying with a EIN, which is a employee identification number, they allow you to apply with your personal social security number. This is the approach that I took when I applied for my business credit card, and one that many other YouTubers have done and been successful at. So without the need for an EIN, you can utilize your personal social security number. You can then scroll down. If you operate your business within your area of residence, you put here, yes, your business physical address is the same. Now, if you own a specific building or operate outside of this area, you can fill in a different address. As we scroll down, you continue to answer the basic questions. Someone similar to myself that does e-commerce, you would then change this to 0. Number of employees would be 0, and the business phone number will be your personal phone number. Below, one of the key distinctions of a Chase business application that differs from others is that they allow you to fill in a $0 annual business revenue, where they allow you to apply for a business credit card pre-revenue. So you don't necessarily need revenue, but having tangible revenue does substantially increase your chances of getting approved. Now, again, I am going to caution you, putting $0 of revenue may impair your acceptance rate, but Chase does give you the option to fill in $0 as a potential pre-startup business. Then we move down to business categories. This is the next part. So depending on your area of expertise, whether you're an Uber driver, an eBay e-commerce, social media, you will pick what is most in line with what you do. So let's say for the example of a tutorer, you can do educational services. Business type, if you're doing colleges, universities, professional schools, education support services, and it will automatically generate the NAICS code. So you do not need to manually look it up. Here you'll do your monthly annual spend. So what do you determine you will be spending on a monthly basis on this Chase Inc. credit card? Be as realistic as possible and put in your specific spend. For me personally, I do have a high area of spend for my business, so I put something along the lines of $3,000-$4,000. Last part is if you are going to need any employee credit cards, and that is the last part of the application. Once you have filled out all of the specific information, you can click submit, and determine if you will be accepted or not. Now that we have concluded the process of applying for your first business credit card, you are now ready to apply for any of these business cards of your choice. But like we've talked about in this video, my personal favorite at this moment is the Chase Business Inc. due to its high percent of cashback on areas that I have gaps in my credit card rotation. If this video was a benefit to you, I would highly appreciate if you were to like, comment, subscribe. And as described before, I do have referral links in the description if you are on the market for this specific card. And I will catch you at the next video.